This is Divine Sunshine coming to you on my morning drive. Today's topic is the powers that be say they want you to stop and let go of stop looking for the results or let go of the results. This morning, pretty much I think I was just kind of sitting and thinking, and that just came to me, and they channeled that to me. They're saying that we are too much looking at the end results to stuff, and that's stopping us from union. That's divine masculines to the divine feminines, just a twin flame collective, period. And I was sitting there and thinking, like, where did this results kind of consciousness come from? Right? And so a lot of the consciousness, the things that's coming from is whoever they send me something, some kind of compliment. Thank you, I heard you. Is the thing is that society, that quick instant thing, especially like, again, we can plug into our phones, we can look for information, we can get it instantaneously. To our parents, they trained and instilled with us, if you do a certain thing, you look for a certain thing to happen and occur. And then I think about culturally and some of the history and some things that you have. I think about the African American culture, and you think about enslavement and like the cotton fields, and a lot of times how the slaves were pretty much beaten. We say field on it. Oh my God! If I could, I don't know if I'd do that. They'd be like, "What the hell she doing?" It says field on this daggone license plate right here, and from Indiana. I don't want to. Like, what's she at that videotaping? Oh my God! So that means really that is divine confirmation that for African Americans, is always results. Get this much cotton, so much poundage and weight. Otherwise, I'm gonna give you 50 lashes for you not doing that. Other things, results, crops. A lot of times in the Great Depression. You didn't have enough. You wanted to make sure you had enough for your crops so you could feed your family. And then a lot of times that had caused for those that came from like backgrounds, agricultural things, that's results. You got a nice crop, you get money, you be able to feed your family. So everything is just like results. Basically, you probably could think of some other cultural things based upon and social media, your Facebook. You put up your post, you're looking and seeing, okay, how many likes I got, how many hearts did they send, did anybody do a thumbs down, did anybody do a cry or a laugh or whatever to what I have done. And so everything has you constantly in a mindset of looking for results. And that kind of works against us with that instantaneous thing, because with the divine masculine or the divine feminine, we're looking at how they're acting. If I say a certain thing, I'm looking for results. This morning, and to prove my theory, because they had just told me about that. So divine masculine, I was talking to him, texting him this morning. And so I told him I was going to do a certain thing to help him out on the job. And so he just responded back, "Thank you." You know how I am about my emojis and my kisses and stuff. I done told him and teased him, like, your kisses even through the emojis is just powerful. So, I'm just addicted to that sugar. And so then, he smiled and said, "Okay, all right. So he went on and said, "Thank you." And so the old me wanted to go back and say, "Oh my God, there he go again. He not expressing love and after what we done been through, and we had a wonderful time. Now he's going slip sliding back to his old self. Oh my God." But then I was like, you know what? What did the spirit just tell me? Detach from the results. And so I did. In that instant, he said, "Deep sin." I got the emoji with my kiss. So my thing is that we have to, again, results. I look at a lot of us on YouTube and other twin flame things, media, where we posting what's going on and with us and everything. And a lot of us, we can see that a lot of the major problems is from us looking at them acting a certain way, doing a certain thing. If I say this, if I do this, this is going to happen. If they don't do it, I'm upset, I'm pissed at them. You know, that's all right. I'm not going to be speaking to him. I'm going to go ahead to my soulmate and say yada, 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 bump this. I'm off the journey. You know, and it's a lady. I'm going to send out to those who are on my email at YouTube, a lady that I listen to for prayers. She's got a special prayer that she just sent out because she said spiritually it has been brought to her that, you know, that this is the time for unions, for twin flames, and that she wants to bless us with 2 prayers in which we're safe for 33 days. Now, I've said things with her that if you are of the spiritual background, that's why I say I'm not putting out here on YouTube, because everybody's not. I'm just going to be emailing those who do want to go on ahead and hit click on the video. That's up to you. You know, I'm not going to put it on the community tabs, because some of you all get in, some of you all don't. But I want to gift you all with that you can add that on to those of you all that are members to the to Jupiter 11's Prayer Academy. I wish you wouldn't. I dislike this lane. Y'all be jumping in front and then you going all the way over. Okay. The Prayer Academy, you can add this as a enrichment or a supplement to whatever Jupiter 11 is doing. She has one part in there, I say trigger alert, that, you know, she's talking about the soulmate. And if that doesn't work, I told you all about it, that they saying that, again, is always a plan B. And so just get an understanding of that they're going to send you the soulmate regardless with the union, or if you're on the journey or you're not going to be on the journey, make the decision, because that soulmate is like another, like my mom called it, the guy with the skin on it, as a helper to help you to ascend regardless. The main thing and the objective here of you being the twin flame is for you to ascend, period. It don't matter how you going to get there. Your twin flame helps you to, in meeting them, it helps you accelerate much faster. They're the one that awaken you and say, listen here, Danger Real Robinson, there's something wrong here. You need to actually, you need to make some adjustments, because the way you have been raised, or the experiences that you have, the ideology that you have accepted, and the philosophy and beliefs is not right. It's going against who you naturally are, who you are as far as identity. So that causes an issue. And so that's why your divine unisouls appear to say, hey, wait a second, you off track. We need to kind of find a way to get you back in alignment again. So they do their job. They remind you. Sometimes that's where the separation comes from, because they say, you know what, I can't stay on you too long, because number one, you might get attached to me. Number two, sometimes the daggone lessons are so intense, you got to separate. They got to separate from themselves, because it's a lot that they pouring in and they're doing. And whether it's good, bad, or ugly, they got to pull away and go kind of regroup and get themselves together to come back. And so that's why you have that separation, for you all to do that. And then the soulmate comes there, just like a soulmate is just like a person that kind of like not keep you company, but then also some things that maybe the twin or your divine unisoul, your divine counterpart cannot do, they step in to do. Soulmates come in all different shapes and sizes, and to come to fill in. Just like sometimes with my divine master, he can't be there. I have my my bestie. She comes in and fills right on in between those things that are not able to, you know, that he can't do. Like he can't maybe physically go places. I take her with me, and we learn lessons. Like I learned last night some things that I said, oh, okay, I see why I'm here to help you, and I see why I'm here to help you as well with her in her own journey as soulmate. So with exchange of learning of experiences that goes along with that. And so they, again, just like with mine, my dad, both of my dogs, interestingly, are also my soulmates for my parents. My butterball, she passed on. Everybody knows it was a special connection between those two. She was soulmate for Dad, companion, and then my other one, Princess. She's soulmate for my mom. She keeps her company, keeps her calm, helps her focus, do things with her. And she has her own, show her unconditional love, just like Butterball show my dad unconditional love. And so that way they learn from each other. It's everybody you learn from. So don't get triggery when they say a soulmate. Soulmate can step in so many ways. Your co-worker that you call, some of you sound like, this my work husband or this my work wife. That's also, they help you kind of get through that karmic situation at the job. That could be your soulmate. So don't hit no panic button when us or anybody, myself or Jupiter 11, I've heard her talk about that, and I think maybe Divine Pisces, I've heard her talk about that too. And we tell y'all, a soulmate, don't be doing hitting no thumbs down, because we're not saying you giving up on the journey. It's just like, I need another person to kind of help me along, to show me. And right now, I don't want the divine counterpart to do it, because it's already a traumatic situation. So I have this other person step in that I look at a little bit, that I think I will be able to be receptive and receive the lesson better. And that's what they're talking about. And then she also talks about in the prayer that I'm sending you, about understanding how to be patient and understanding when divine timing comes into play. And then that also will cause for, again, we call that push and pull. You go off. I told you the other day, you go and do you. Until then, you don't need to be sitting there in the waiting room waiting for the divine masculine to get himself together, because like I say, you might be waiting there for a while. Go get you a loner. That's where the soulmate goes in. Or go do the mission. Go do you something else until they say they'll call you, just like they called me and told me my car was ready or something else got to be fixed. They'll get a download and they tell you something else. Just like I know as one of my clients that said they was getting downloads that they divine masculine was getting fixed. Okay, all right then. So you getting called just like they tell me when I go to the dealership. Oh Jesus, what that all about? Hold on a second, that was shocking. Just like the divine masculine, they tell me about my car. They'll say, this needs to also be fixed. And I say, okay, fine. Go ahead. I authorize you to go on ahead and fix that other thing when my car gonna be ready. Well, okay, it'll be ready in it's gonna be another hour. Okay, well, good. Now that give me more time out here, so I should shop some more. That brings me bliss. So concentrate on doing something that brings you bliss in the process. So that's why you say you got to be patient. She said things, you got to trust, you got to allow, and you got to patient. This is all in there. She says that in the beautiful prayer. I say she's right. Those are the key things of what you're learning. To trust, to allow, and to receive. I add that on. And to be able to trust, to allow, to receive, and to be patient. This is the lesson. Those of you who are not patient, like me with the Aries 5. Aries are not known for being patient. Impatient, you look up Aries in there. Impatient is probably about the third. You coming right over, sir. It's about the third characteristic that they have. How about that? Loyal, tempered, impatient. I'm like, Lord, wait, hold on. Whoa. Wait a second. All this car say got joy. Got joy too. So the divine masculine is saying, well, so when I see that, they say, I got joy. They got joy too. Okay, so everybody's looking for that bliss. And so that's why I say in the meantime, what they're doing that. The karmics, I'm picking up a lot with them. I'm seeing a lot of things. They coming to the realization about that. That's another thing that lets me know that I'm growing, and I know April had brought that to my attention about that. About, we've got to, that's one thing for me, I know that upsets me about the whole situation, is that, again, the divine masculine, he too is so on the results of it, or your ones that's in the karmic situations, divine masculine, divine feminine. I can only talk about for the experience that I know. So I'm not bashing the divine masculine, because we know I'm an advocate. I talk on you all's behalf. But for what I know, for the divine masculine, they're so busy attached to the results. Okay, if I do this, I leave them, I'm breaking another heart. If I leave the kids, what's going to also happen with the kids? Again, results. I can tell you from my even experience, I had a young age with my parents when they were going at it back and forth, although they were divine and they didn't know it, twins. I told my mama, I think I was 9. I told her, about 9, I think I'm right. And I told her, y'all ain't made for each other right now. I said, y'all good people, but together it ain't working. Y'all like oil and vinegar. And she's like, what the? Little girl. So I was like, this right here. And we sitting there like, when y'all gonna get a divorce? When y'all gonna get a divorce? When y'all gonna separate? When y'all gonna do? Oh Lord, this is tiresome. This energy to be is like a cesspool of soup, of all this hollering, and it was on my nervous system, and this ball of damn nerves. It was just too much as a child, and then I'm pulled in between, and my mom using me that's why I say I'm an advocate. I look at both sides. What you thinking? I'm like, I'm damn 9 years old. What in the heck am I supposed to be up here deciphering what's going on between who right and who wrong between you and dad? And she just talking. Mine's always been a person that's got to talk to vent. But, I told her, and she's apologized now. I was like, that was so inappropriate on so many levels that you had brought me in to that, to that thing. You should talk to your good girlfriend. There ain't no child at that age 9 or whatever. Suppose we just gonna take it, okay? It's supposed to be up there in conversation about what's going on between her mom and dad. That's just OUT out. So that's where I got like exploitation issues with that, because that's just taking advantage of that. Like, you here, and so you supposed to listen to me. No, that's not really it. But okay, so back on that. So my thing is understanding that as a parent from the divine masculine or anybody, a divine feminine is in that, and say, what about the children? The children are resilient. They will bounce back. If they're starseed, it's children, whatever way you want to put it. These kids are smart, and they can put two together, and they probably would tell you in so many words, yes, I'm scared about the inevitable. I don't know how this going to look. All I know is at the end of the day, am I going to be loved? Now, if you can show me that, you can guarantee me that ain't no love going to be lost. Dad's still going to spend time with me, and we got an understanding of that. Then that's fine. My mama can tell you in her thing, it's classic case, her mom and dad wasn't together, but she said that there was no way for her, the way he came and got her on the regular, continuous thing. When it comes to kids, it's always make sure that you are consistent. If you're consistent, they are right. When you start going off of the schedule, Dangerous Robinson, that's when they start getting nervous. It's like, oh my God, I thought you come and get me Saturday. Now you make sure I ain't got one day. You ain't come and get me Saturday. Oh, wait a second. I'm not loved. Then their mind starts to start reeling around. But otherwise that, if you're consistent, you backing up what you're saying, you doing that, you can go ahead and doing that. And as long as you and your partner are working together as a team to ensure that child that they are loved, that's fine. And even if the mom is doing whatever she doing, because I understand that. I done seen that too as a teacher, where they pitting each other, trying to make the dad look bad, and putting in their little head, you the man in the house now, and That child too daggone 2 to 4. Yeah, I know the 2 to 4. To get that balance. So I guess 2 against that, and you want to create that balance. I guess that's what they're trying to say. That you just got to make sure that they understand it. And also they do that. You just make sure that you talk to your higher self and to the child's higher self, and letting them know, that you're sending them love through the higher powers. The 3D self, they'll get it. I do a lot of times. I talk to the kids when I say, listen here, I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm not trying to harm you or do anything like that, but I need you to kind of intervene and tell your 3D self what I'm trying to do. And I had that. I got some hard cases in there. I done seen kids and they're like, well, they talk to you. Yeah, that's because I'm connected with their 5D self and tell them their 3D self what needs to happen. As long as I say I ain't harming you and saying nothing, they like, okay, I'm in agreement with that. Now, once you start trying to manipulate my mind, we got an issue as a child. So those are the things that you can do. You just go ahead and make sure that you are being true to yourself and honoring the commitment of being a parent for that child. And the other one, you can't stay there. Those of you all that's in these karmic situations and keep on saying that I'm doing that for the betterment of everybody that's involved, because you're not. You're blocking that person from an opportunity to love somebody else. And as some of you all tell me about the karmics and how evil they are and whatever that they are doing, it's somebody out there for everybody. I'm like my mom said, that's an old saying, they all old folks said, and that's the same thing. I done seen the meanest of people, and I think I remember a friend tell me a story, like the lady was a principal, said she's mean as hell. She said, but her husband was just as sweet as pie, and he got her. He understood that. Some of us understand that might be in twin flames. I didn't even know that. You understand between the hurt. He understand the backstory. He understand the experience he had that got her to that point, that while she's coming up there as her representative or as her avatar self, presenting herself to the world like that. And he's like, I see all that. Okay? I see it past all that extra facade that she's doing that. That same thing like with my divine master. He's got a hard outside center thing, but I go right on behind that. And then I know a couple of times he look at me like, how the hell she end up here? I thought I had this damn heart closed. Oh, this girl with these dimples and these big old eyes looking at me, and I could see him like, sometimes I could see him just melted like, damn, she got me. She got my heart. I be damn. Like, sometimes you try to be hard, and I just look at him like, listen here, that ain't working. And he's like, she got my heart. It's a why she got my heart. So my thing is that something pop. Okay, that's divine masculine. And same thing even like with my dad, with my mom, and then also them saying that I was his soulmate. It's some things that I could contact to go behind the shield with that, and I could reach him when my mom couldn't reach him in some places. So that's why I said the soulmate has their own entity and their own reasons and functions and fires why they in your life, just like the divine counterpart does. And you got to be open and receptive to that. Say, what is helping me to the next level for my ascension? Stop looking at results, because you're saying everything is for the highest good. And that's the same thing, just like those of you all that's in these common situations. You got to wish the highest good for everybody that's involved, for the purest form of true love, because that's what you are here for. You are here as an expression of true love. And so that away from in your kids, from where you are, if you are not expressing true love and you know you're not there, you've got to call DMs and divine feminists that's in these karmic or these dojo situations. You know, the dojo means a place in which you learn the way. You've got to learn the way as far as understanding that where you are is not of your highest good. If you got to get to the point that you understand and that you got to release them go and let them go. That's being very selfish. That's self-centered. That's self-satisfying, and that's self-gratifying. It's not saying I think I'm self-sacrificing that. That goes back to what one of my clients had sent about that. The trauma, not understanding how to be able to recognize, is this trauma that I'm saying, ooh, this is about the best I can do, this is about the best it's going to get? I deserve to be up in this situation. Is that okay? That's it. I deserve to be in this situation. Again, know the difference, because again, you pattern this because you're in your comfort zone, and this is what you're used to. No, you ain't gonna stop me say what I'm saying. I'm gonna say what I'm saying. And so you got to get to understanding that with that's not the best that life can offer you. And you got to get to the point of understanding that you've got to release and let them go. You got to let them go on, and you can't heal them. You can't recreate like what your mama or anything to make a better situation, because you know how your mama is. I was thinking, what's that movie it was? Oh, like Love's Got to Do With It. And she's like, I don't want to leave because I know what it feels like to leave somebody. Okay, so now that go that trauma bond again. That because of trauma, you keep being bonded in something that you feel that you have your comfort zone. That's not gonna work. You got to release that chain. They're gonna be all right. Let the next person learn the lesson that they need to. Let that soulmate or they true twin flame be able to teach them what they need, and stop looking at the results about it, and start looking at the results that you have for yourself. What results? Start visioning that. So those you are that I'm gonna send you all these videos, I want you also to envision with the prayer that I'm sending you as well. What are you seeing as far as she's praying? That's helping you also to take that to the next level when you're praying and seeing things. As she prays and you visualize, that brings us to the next thing. All right, I'm here. Let me get on out the car. So again, oh yeah, and then my baby's about to wave at me too. I can see her coming. So as usual, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you.